Could this be London's most useless bus route? The bus route that literally no Londoner has probably heard of. It's the 209! Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Goals Within Transit. Today, we're going to be taking a ride on what I'm saying is London's most useless bus route, which is the 209, parks up at Mortlake bus station. This route goes from here, Mortlake bus station, to Castelnau. It's literally a 7-minute drive. So, join me on my adventure on that route. Let's do it. The bus is actually already leaving, so we're going to board. I've been here for literally like an hour. Thank you. Castelnau. Mortlake bus station, the fans are active. Mortlake bus station, actually for most passengers, is a dead end. Literally, you go down here to the bus station and there's nothing here. So I feel like Mortlake bus station is quite a pointless bus station in my honest opinion, but what more can I say? We're actually gonna time this trip as well because 7 minutes to go from end to end is crazy. The thing about the 209, which makes it very pointless, is how short the route is. As I've probably shown, or I will be showing you guys, on the route maps, it says that the route's only 7 minutes long and it obviously goes to Castelnau. If you walk up the road, the 419 and the 533 both go to Castelnau as well. So literally, you need to just walk up that short, narrow road, which I've shown you already, to Avondale Road. You can get any services down to Castelnau. So I'm not too sure why this route even is a thing. So the 209 is operated out of Stockport bus garage using Enviro 200s and Enviro 200 MMCs, which we're on currently. It's literally only 3 miles long and it takes you 7 minutes to complete the route. Literally it goes via Barnes Bridge, Barnes High Street, Barnes Pond and Barnes Red Light. Literally it goes via Barnes. That's literally it. This route honestly is so pointless. It's actually so pointless. It is operated out of Stockport bus garage and you get a bus every half an hour. This route has literally one of the lowest riderships in the whole of London. So literally you could get on a bus on your own from end to end. As of right now, I am the only person on the bus. And obviously we're going past the high street, so you'd assume there'd be people getting on the bus. But there's not. Barnes Pond. I like Barnes though. I used to hate on Barnes. Actually, Barnes isn't too bad. It's a nice area. So because of this route's atrocious frequency, being every half an hour, it makes this route even more pointless than it already was. Because literally 533 is frequent, 419 is frequent, they both go up to Castelnau anyways from Avondale Road, which is the second stop on this route. So it makes you think like, why is this route actually a thing? But anyways, let's get a quick iBus actually quickly.
209 to Castelnau.
So we're gonna do a quick interior tour of the MMC because I like these MMCs. So yeah, let's do that. So it's literally a normal MMC. You've got your front seat here. You've got 2 rows of seats on both sides. Chargers. It's weird. A diesel bus with chargers. You've got your wheelchair area. Pretty average. This isn't an EV, so it's a bit weird doing a tour on this. Then obviously you've got your back row of seats, normal with your middle seat. So it's a nice bus, no sky roofs because it's not an EV, I'm guessing. But yeah, it's good that this bus has chargers though. No USB-C though, so you can't really charge your phone. Overall though, these buses are very solid buses. I really like the Go Ahead E200 MMCs because these are on the 364 as well, these types of buses. But yeah, literally no one uses this route. Everyone gets on the 33. Literally, as soon as you pass Red Lion, we're basically at Castelnau, which is 3 stops, and we've only been going for 6 minutes. The time is saying 6 minutes and 33 seconds already. Damn. The 209 only has literally, I don't know how a route this short can have 3 curtailment points, which are Barnes Pond, Barnes High Street and Barnes Avondale Road. Yeah, Barnes Pond, Barnes High Street and Mortlake Avondale Road. And they're literally all like a couple of bus stops away from each other. So in turn, it actually makes those curtailment points quite pointless also. Because why would you curtail on a route that's this short? This spinning. But yeah, literally after Spinney, we're at Castelnau already. I'm not too sure if this route continues or you have to deboard and then reboard the bus. So we'll get to that. Since the routes are all literally next to each other, and obviously there isn't any traffic around Barnes because A, it's only 20 mile per hour limit, and B, is basically just an island. So technically, it'd be very rare to get a curtailment. And we're already at the end of the road, Lonesdale Road. Wow! Literally, I've been talking for literally not that long, and we're already at the end. Damn. We're already finished, damn. This bus terminates here already. I have the sunglasses on. So the only reason why the 209 would ever be late would be because it'd be like a late running from the 378. So literally, if you get a curtailment on the 209, consider yourself very, very lucky, because honestly, that would be crazy. Because I feel like drivers on this route, from what I've been hearing, they skip complete rounders or complete trips. They don't really curtail the routes around here. That's what I've heard. So, very interesting, I must say. 209 is so pointless. It's so pointless. Now, you guys may be wondering, why would the 209 be late because of the 378? Here's why. So, on a duty car, drivers essentially need to do the 209 and the 378 at the same time together. So, for example, you start at Mortlake, do the 378 to Putney Bridge, come back to Mortlake, then do the 209 to Castelnau and back, and then do 378 again. So, around the Putney Bridge area, there's like so much traffic. There was one video, what video was it? I don't know what video it was, but there was a video I was walking down Putney Bridge. No, it wasn't even a video. I went out to Putney Bridge once, and there was just like a whole heap of traffic. So, around Putney Bridge, you can lose a lot of time. So then, when you get back to Mortlake, you'll then be late. After which, the controllers probably tell drivers to just do 378 back to Putney Bridge, not do the 209 run, because 209 is useless. The fact that controllers are telling drivers to just do 378 and not do 209 means the route's pointless. It means the route is generally really pointless. So that's the short term of why the 209 may be late. And that's also why you'd never see a 209 curtailed. You just don't see the route run at all. Literally at all. Because I was actually once on the 378, I was going to do 209. It got to Castelnau. The iBus said 209 to Castelnau, but the blinds kept 378 to Putney Bridge because the driver went back to Putney Bridge. So, I don't know. The route, I feel like it's pointless. But comment down below if you think the route's pointless. Because literally, like I mentioned earlier, you just walk up the road, get a 419 or a 533, and you're already here at Castelnau. So, in short, if there's a 419 passing. In short, if there's anybody to blame for the 219's failing, it's because of the 378. It's because of the 378. Honestly, 378 is counterpart the 378 even. Because they're like this, 378 and 209. They're really, really close. But that's the reason why 209's failing. Because 378 does the Mortlake bus station to Avondale Road turn where you can connect to the other buses. Or you could walk. Literally, I walked it in like 20 minutes, I believe. We're going to be showing you a walking time lapse, I hope, of me walking the 209. But yeah, literally, the route's failing because of the 209. But the bus should be leaving literally in like 10 minutes. So I'm going to catch you when that bus turns up. While I'm waiting, I feel like personally that what they need to do, what TfL need to do, because TfL are so silly sometimes, because they're withdrawing like actual good routes, like they withdrew the 347, the R6, the 414, but they ain't withdrawing the actual useless bus routes. So what TfL need to do is they either need to withdraw the 209, or they need to extend it to like Mitcham, or like Wimbledon, or Morden, or somewhere in the south to make the route actually useful. Because on that trip just then, which took us literally 8 minutes to complete, there was literally one passenger the whole trip, and we got here so quickly. I've never ever seen someone go like, I want to get the 209 today, that's my local, but like, people get on the 378 instead. But yeah, we're gonna catch you when that bus turns up. But yeah, I just do find it a bit weird, like how TfL, because even the tap oyster numbers would be really, really low on the 209 then, because no one uses the route. 347 and 414 and the R6 actually had people using the route, but they still withdrew the route, but they didn't withdraw this route. Or they might withdraw this route, I don't know. But it's really weird. Comment down below what you think about it. But yeah, we're gonna get into some history about this route, which I'm not good at. So please excuse if the whole next bit makes no sense at all. But yeah, I can see it coming down the road actually. So we're gonna get on that bus now. Comment down below how many people you think are gonna get on this bus at the first bus stop. My estimation, it's gonna be just me. Just me. No, there may be actually one other person, because this route may be a bit useful going down to the actual high street bit, but you've got the 33, the 485, and the 533, and the 419, so I don't know. Literally, the route diagram says it's gonna take us 9 minutes to get from end to end. That's crazy. Literally 9 minutes. That's really short. And here's our 209 back to it's the same bus, because it's got PVR of 2 buses. I didn't think I mentioned that. Now I mentioned that. It's got PVR of 2 buses. People actually use this route? Wow. 4 people got on. 5 people got on, and me. Hello, driver. I'm back.
209 to Mortlake.
Another thing to add is that this route doesn't even serve any like key hubs or key stations. Like, the only key place this route serves is Barnesbridge Station, which is barely served by SWR anyways. I think there's a train maybe like 20 to 30 minutes, if I remember correctly. Like, this route could have served like the normal Barnes Station, Hammersmith bus station, or what? There's one more place that this place could have served. It could have even served Putney Bridge. Yeah, it could have served like Putney Bridge or Richmond, but that's the 378. So you could have withdrawn this route. Honestly, I just don't see the point of this route. I can understand like why 969's a thing. It's the mobility route, Roehampton Vale to Whitton Gladstone Avenue. But I don't understand the use of this route. I really don't. But anyways, we are near Barnes Pond already, which is basically the end of the route again. And just like that, everyone got off at Barnes High Street and I'm the only one on the bus again. I feel lonely, guys. Somebody please come on the 209. Give me some company, because this route is it's a very sad route. But realistically speaking, I'm thinking TfL are probably losing a lot of money operating this route, you know. Because you've got to get the drivers to drive this route, the buses, petrol to actually drive the bus. You need the actual buses to do this route, and you get what? 5 passengers on a trip. That's like what? If I do my maths correctly, £1.75. That's like this is estimation, by the way. It's like £6 per trip. Petrol costs a lot of money, you know. Like I'm like even me, I'm paying like £30 for a full tank out of my car. So they're probably losing a lot of money operating this route, and yet again, TfL still haven't decided to withdraw this route. I just don't understand. Okay, maybe there's actually a reason for this route. Comment down below if you guys know the reason. But yeah, around Barnes Bridge, it's really nice though. You have the SWR trains that pass over there. But yeah, really nice area, really nice area. Literally, like what I mentioned earlier, Mortlake bus station is just a dead end. There's nothing there. And we're already at the end.
Mortlake bus station.
It isn't a bus station, because barely any routes come here. Barely any routes come here. Oh, that 378 still there. Oh, there's a lot of buses on stand. Cheers, driver. Honestly, 209 is so pointless. Oh, there's a cat here. Hello. And just like I mentioned, 209 and now it's a 378. Because they have like the same duty. See, every bus today is basically late. Because there's a lot of buses around here. 209 Castelnau. That 378's leaving. He's leaving. Is he leaving? Leaving at the same time. So I've just missed the 209. Then obviously the bus I was on there is the 378, and they got another 378 over here. So many different buses around here, damn. So yeah, 378's just left, and she said that that one's late. So the one that's just left is late. And obviously she's leaving on that was 4 buses at Mortlake bus station, dang. Literally, I don't feel being another 209 for ages, because that's a 378. The bus I was on is a 378 now. Like I said, the duties of this, it's like it's two different routes on the same duty. But yeah, like I mentioned, who needs to come to Mortlake bus station? Nobody, because it's a dead end for people. Like, Mortlake bus station, here's the bus stop. If you come down this road, unless you live here, fair enough, but I don't see any people requiring the need to be at Mortlake bus station. Like, dead end, that's some random road, random side road full of houses. Obviously, I guess it's a nice building for the drivers. I think it's like toilets in here, like a canteen maybe. But walk around this side, literally there's nothing here. No one needs to come to Mortlake. That's why 209 is even more pointless, because no one needs the route. I know it sounds like I'm just ranting and rambling about the 209, but genuinely, the only purpose I see about this route is that, let me flip the camera. The only bit of purpose I see about this route is because the 378's always got traffic. Maybe it's just so that there's like a bus coming past this area, like, frequently. I like SWR. People hate SWR for some reason. But yeah, like I was saying, I think it's maybe just have like services around Barnes. Because obviously 378 gets stuck in traffic at Putney Bridge. 533 gets stuck in traffic around the Hogarth roundabout just before it gets here. 419 gets stuck in the same place around Hogarth roundabout down there. So that leaves 969, like, it doesn't even exist basically. So that leaves what? 33. But that's at Castelnau even, not even down here. So I guess 209 keeps Barnes running. But because they're all late on the 378, they didn't even do the 209. So the 209, man, that doesn't even exist anymore. But yeah, 209, man, it's just a weird route. Like, many people actually have reported, or I've researched, and they reported saying that they are the sole rider on the 209 during their trip. So basically, they get their own private driver, private bus, all for £1.75 for a 10-minute trip. I could probably FRV the whole I hate these trains. Comment down below if you like those trains, because I hate those. But yeah, what's it called? Yeah, the 209. I don't know, man. Comment down below if you'd ever like ride the 209, because after today, I'm not touching that route because I don't need to. So yeah, literally, you'd be on your own on the 209, going from end to end, if you're going from end to end, for £1.75. Or it's not even a single door route. It's not even a single door route as well. Wait, Go Ahead don't have single door MMCs actually, so fair enough. But you don't need dual door. I like that train. But yeah, we're gonna go back to Castle now. Whenever the next 209's coming, then we're gonna do a bit of history lessons with Godwinner. But yeah, catch you there. So on this end, it says that the 209 takes you 7 minutes to go from end to end. That's just even the 378 is only 10 minutes to Putney Bridge, which is very short. But yeah, here's timetable. You only get 2 buses per hour. So that's, yeah, every half an hour. Every half an hour? 2050. Yeah, every half an hour. Dreadful frequency. But can someone comment down below, like, what classifies as a bus station? Because I'd assume, like, lots of routes coming down, lots of routes coming in and out, lots of people walking around, like, town centres, shopping centres, but... Pardon? Yeah, it's just nothing here, is there? The drivers like it. The drivers like it quiet. But I'm just saying, like, bus station, I don't know. I guess it's a nice area to bus spot, I guess. People who knew before, I had a very strong opinion about how dead Mortlake bus station is, but I guess for drivers that like quiet routes, it isn't too bad. It's quite quiet. But yeah, my 209, which is on 378, is now leaving, sadly. Wish it was 209 back. So, as you can probably tell, every single bus that was here has literally just left me. There was 4 buses, 3 were 378, one of them was a 209. But while we're here, we're going to start some of our history timeline. The 219 began operating on the 8th of March of 1997 using Claxton pointers. The route was actually okay before. It ran between Castelnau, Lonesdale Road, and Hammersmith bus station. So essentially, what the 533 does, but probably like a different routing, probably any pictures or images I'll post. Obviously, I was not alive in 1997. So credits to all of their respective creators and the photographers who took all the photos. I appreciate all of you. It'll be on the screen. But yeah, it used Claxton pointers, which is basically, I believe, it's some really old bus. Like, I don't think I would have like enjoyed buses back in the day with all these like Claxton pointers, ALX 400, ALX 200, Dennis. I would have hated it. But yeah, that is when it began operating. Godwin got it wrong. It's not Castelnau to Hammersmith bus station. It's Mortlake to Hammersmith bus station. Then, on the 30th of October 1999, the route then passed over to a different company called Armchair. I'm sorry, but what are these company names? What are they doing? Armchair, and I was told that Armchair is actually a subsidiary to Metroline, but obviously, before they went off the subsidiary names, not the actual general company name. Like, for example, RATP had like London Sovereign. That's the only one I know. London Sovereign's the only one I know, but London Sovereign is a subsidiary to First Bus / RATP. But yeah, Armchair using ALX 200s. See, we got ALX 400s, then you got ALX 200s, but still all disgusting diesels. I feel like I could have, no. An ALX 200, I've seen the photo, and it actually looks really, really cool. I would have loved to ride one. But as you know, TFL by 2030, we're gonna have hybrids and electrics, and they do exist, but they don't run anymore, I don't believe. Then, on the 6th of January 2007, literally 2 days before I was born, they changed their company from the subsidiary name to the main company name. Mortlake's Noah! Oh, they're spending time at Mortlake. I love Mortlake. But yeah, they changed their company to Metroline on the front using Enviro darts, which is the bus which we all probably do know. So, little update there. After which, Hammersmith Bridge actually shut down. Like, it went, nope, I'm not taking it anymore. So that's on the 11th of April 2019. So the 209 was actually running between here, Mortlake bus station, to Hammersmith Bridge, I believe. The south side of Hammersmith Bridge, I believe. So that's when the route started getting a bit complicated. Not complicated, but a bit useless. So for those who may know, there's actually two reasons for why Hammersmith Bridge shut down. There's one reason that everyone talks about, but then there's one reason that people don't actually know about. First reason being that there was cracks in the bridge, making it unsafe for motor vehicles to use the bridge. That's what everyone knows. We already know all of this. But thank you, Dan, for this, by the way. The second reason for why Hammersmith Bridge shut down was because in 1996, there was actually 2 bombs that were placed under the bridge, which failed to detonate. But then in 2000, one actually basically kaboomed the bridge. But obviously, it didn't fall or anything, but obviously, it caused the bridge to be very, very, very unstable and very, very unsafe for buses, cars, vehicles to use. Hence why, to this day, Hammersmith Bridge has now been pedestrianised. So you can only walk across the bridge or cycle across the bridge. You can't use any motor vehicles over the bridge because it's unstable. Wow. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm quite annoyed actually that they bombed Hammersmith Bridge. I don't know what they were thinking of doing that, because there were actually many routes that used to go north and south of the river via Hammersmith Bridge. For example, 72 used to run from East Acton to Roehampton. Then you've obviously got the 209, which used to go to Hammersmith bus station from here, and I'm sure there was many more routes that did over Hammersmith Bridge, but obviously now they're not doing that anymore because it's shut. And that is why the 533 became a thing, because the 533 essentially does the bridge but goes the long way round through like Hogarth roundabout. So the got introduced because the Hammersmith Bridge shut down, and now it's a permanent route because they were thinking of reopening it, I believe, but now they're not reopening it anymore because it's just too unstable. And as you know, we have no money. We are very, very broke. So the bridge ain't reopening, meaning that 533 staying, and that we've just got these useless short routes. I keep forgetting that they're split duty. So this 378 that's coming down here now is going to turn to a 209. Weird. So yeah, as you saw, my 209 turned into a 378. Now this 378 is going to turn into a 209. It's really just a weird system, I must say. I'm happy to not be alone anymore at Mortlake bus station. It was getting very lonely. So here is our 209. I'm going to continue the history facts once we get to Castelnau, but we're going to do a journey once this bus departs, or what should do 378 back to... Oh, it is going back to Putney Bridge on the 378. This is embarrassing, I can't lie. This is so embarrassing. So on tracking, that's tracking us going back to, or going to Castelnau, but because the driver is very late, like I mentioned earlier, he's going to skip a whole 209 trip, or rounder, and do the 378 back to Putney Bridge. Honestly, 209 is getting neglected differently. It also makes me think, I've sat on the curb now because I've been waiting there for ages, but it makes me think like the amount of mileage that is probably lost on the 209, because it seems like they prioritize the 378 over the 209 because it's a useless route. But yeah, I don't think they'll be able to turn on for ages, but I want to catch you. I want to do a trip on it and get an FRV before we get back. So yeah, this bus that's leaving now is meant to be a 209, but because driver's late, skipped the trip and it's now a 378. And I'm back alone again at Mortlake. And fun fact, I don't think there's actually a lake into the Mortlake. So now there's two more 378. This, honestly, 378 and 209, man, they're both cooked routes. I just want my 209 to come. I think that one's my 209. And then this one is the next 209. Because they should, it's 378, they go to 209 afterwards, I believe, no? Yeah, she's back already, damn, she was quick. So this bus has gone to Putney Bridge and back in the time it's taken it to be any 209. Absolutely crazy. See, they just neglect 209, I feel like. They definitely do. Because that's, watch that say Putney Bridge 378, I'll actually laugh, you know. But next on the agenda is to get that FRV. We're gonna get the FRV. We're gonna get it. But yeah, I'll catch you when this bus turns up. Please be 209. 39209. Perfect. Took forever for it to turn up. Let's go on the 209. that literally took us 8 minutes to do. 8 minutes. Crazy, this route, honestly. Thank you, driver. 8 minutes to do this whole route from end to end. Crazy. We are back at Avondale Road, where we're going to do one more trip back to Mortlake, and then we're going to conclude today's, not conclude, but we're going to, wait, no, we're meant to be walking back from here. Yeah, we're walking back to Castle now. Let's finish some history facts, then we're going to see how quick it takes me to walk the route. We're literally, like I'm saying, you've got the 33 which terminates here, 419 goes past there, 485 goes past there. What you need to do is just make 533 go the 209 way up here, make 419 go that way, and then you're good. 209 withdrawn. Because you've already got frequent routes, like I said already, you've got a lot of frequent routes already. So on the 18th of May 2019, because Hamilton Bridge has now shut down, as I mentioned before, the 209 used to operate between Mortlake and Putney Bridge. Obviously 378 did not exist then, so that made the route semi-useful again, because obviously it would do the extra bit from Mortlake bus station down to Red Lion, do the right turn up to Putney Bridge. So it made it semi-useful, but then something else happened. And that was via Barnes Pond. But then on the 3rd of August of 2019, so a couple of months later, the 378 gets rerouted from Mortlake to Putney Bridge, then the 209 gets rerouted from Mortlake to Castelnau, making the route deemed useless. Then for some odd reason, on the 28th of August 2019, a couple of weeks later, they made the 209 and 378 have crosslink duties. So before it used to be just on one duty, you used to do 109, 209 all day, 378 all day. But now on a duty, you can crosslink between having 209 and the 378. And that brings us to the present day, where 209 is now deemed an extremely useless route. And obviously during this time, both of the companies actually changed to goaheadlondon. And these are the buses that 278 can use also. So they actually use these E200s as well with the LED blinds, the Euro 6s. Absolutely beautiful. This driver's been doing this route all day. But I love these LEDs. I think they're actually refurbished because they've got the LEDs, the logos on the left line change. Hammersmith bus station. I like this bus. I really like these buses. These did the 209. That side blind did not change. The back didn't change either. So yeah, I have been rambling about how short the route is. We're actually going to take a stroll on the route. We're going to walk down the route and see how long it takes us. I'm estimating if it's a 7-minute drive, we can walk it in about 20 minutes, or like 25 minutes. Ooh, another one. So why are they so frequent now? When I don't need it, you're frequent. When I do need it, you're not frequent. Make it make sense. But yeah, we're going to walk the route now. I'm estimating to be like half an hour, 20 minutes. So let's do it. There's 2 533s here. Interesting. I had to take a little photo of Barnes, man. It's actually beautiful around here. For those who may suggest for me to race the 209, I'd 100% lose just because that route never stops. No one uses the 209. But we're literally gonna walk back to the stand and then we're gonna go conclude the video. But honestly, it's been a nice day. I've enjoyed exploring the 209. We're literally almost there. We're near White Hart Lane, which is 2 stops from the end. So let's keep walking. So that walk took me literally 31 minutes to do, which is actually quite short. If I ran it, that would have been about 14 minutes, I believe. So it would have been much more shorter. But yeah, 31 minutes for me to walk it. I have to say, 31 minutes to walk the route is not too bad. Because it's really hot, I paced myself, I walked a bit more slower. If I ran it, it would have been about 13, 14 minutes. But anyways, let's go on to our outro. So guys, that has been the 209. Comment down below if you think this route is useless, and comment down below which other useless route you want me to try next, because this may be a new series. I'm trying it out. But yeah, that's been the 209. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out and goodbye. Cheers, dude.